Good afternoon, ladies.
Hello.
Oh, Renee, I saw your post this morning. Sorry, while I try to figure this little window out here. I saw your little story. This was that from today about now you're not doing anything or something. It was I thought I started with a big long list and then now it's like I'm doing nothing. That's
That
me,
was mine.
right? Good
Yeah.
afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. And even if it's just us that shows up, it's wonderful just to see your faces. It's so beautiful and sunny. And I was out for a nice walk today. And Renee, I felt that energy where I walked in from my walk and I was like, oh, what am I supposed to do today? I don't really want to do anything today.
No, just
Oh,
go outside and enjoy the sun and get all of her energy. That's
Yes, for sure.
yeah,
mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Oh, so we I don't know what to do. I feel a little flighty. I feel a little
Well,
high.
why don't we talk about how successful the speaker series are, and then go from there, because we also have a pretty two, maybe three really big announcements that we want to share with our community. So, Jody, do you want to start with that, with how successful our speaker series is?
Oh, well, for everyone that's been watching the series, that has been amazing. If we can just start throwing out the names of the people that have joined us on our space. It's just unbelievable how many comments we've received. And the whole purpose of this, maybe let's just go back to that, Renee. Remember before Christmas we were like, what are we going to do in the new year? We have an opportunity to take up space, and what are we going to do with that, right? And so and you had, it was, well, we need to do something to reach the people,
Yeah.
to support them, right? Do you want to talk about that? Because that was I love hearing you talk. So just quickly, just kind of tell people, when we were talking about that, why it was why we called it, or you called it Awaken the Medicines Within.
Yeah. Well, visiting was traditionally a way of renewing our spirit, and so we improvise using the two world, and bringing the two worlds together, technology and traditional. And what better way is having them? We can reach the people. We can go to their homes. It's like we're in our homes and we're talking with one another. That's how we learned a long time ago. And that's how we restored the spirit. That's how we reconnected to education. This was education. It was life experience. And this is what people have forgotten, how life experience is so important. And I really appreciate this opportunity, because I also need to spend time with the older ones, the ones that went through a lot of struggles, and how we're here to support. And that's why I think it's so appropriate we say, remember when, because this is how grandparents always talk. Oh, remember when? And then you realize it wasn't, if they can get through it, then sure enough we can. And I thought this would be, as you say, the spirits. We work through their guidance, and it was like, go and visit them. And this is what we did. So this journey is we've gone back in a traditional way. We've gone back and visit you in your home, and you were able to sit there and have your tea in the comfort and safe zone of your home, the comfort of your family and everything. It's amazing. This is the best medicine of all. Visiting safely in your homes.
It certainly is.
Yeah, Sherry, did you want to add something?
We've participated in some of those learnings, and had our tea going, and it was one of those things of, remember when. And I remember going and visiting our granny, and the tea bags would just keep on coming as the visitors kept coming, right? And by the time that the tea was like, by the time you were done, I was probably like 50 bags in that great big teapot. So, I certainly know and have such warm memories of that story of just remembering when. But you touched on something that's really, really important, that even the old people, and I'm not calling you old, Renee, but even people your age still want to be around other people your age in order to still connect together, connect with spirit, connect to each other, and having those conversations with each other. And so that is just so important. And and I know that you've learned, I know along your journey that those are conversations that you've had with other people, of just sitting around and hanging out during meetings and during the times that you're supposed to be talking as well. So, I just want to, even if you can just talk a little bit more about it, because it's not only you that has asked for that, it's also other people who have asked. We need to have this space. How can we create this space for us to come together to learn with each other?
Yeah. Well, it's a powerful time, and we're using this time as a gift. And this gift was to restore memories. And that's how they say that even the symbol we have of the 50 chiefs, we don't all have, we may have that knowledge, but we only remember a piece. And when we get together, it's like a fitting in a puzzle. No matter what nation we come from, no matter what age we are, when we come together, it's just like we're putting that puzzle together of this information. And one of the things that was very important is maybe we could do a session on dreams, because I've been asked a lot lately. I've been having this dream. What does it mean? And that's how we did a long time ago. We sat and we listened, and we heard from many sides of the, as they call the elephant today, but we heard many sides of the stories of that dream, and it manifest in a knowledge in a way that it was logic. So it's time of each one of us, no matter how old we are, we play a very important role. And because youth have dreams, we have dreams, and when we sit together, it's amazingly how things are. See, that's what they tell us. One person doesn't hold all that knowledge. One person doesn't hold all that knowledge. And this is why it's so nice for us, the older generation, is to get together, and it helps us to remember what we learned in our journeys, because our path has been crossing like this. And we've heard many other elders, like every one of us has heard elders from all across the world, and the time together we see how there's similarities. There's similarities, and it's all about restoring peace, restoring wellness within us. And so I'm very grateful that we have this time, because we're renewing the understanding of the grandmother moon. Oh, that's so nice. I hear a lot of people are reconnecting, understanding that flow of the universe. And so understanding why they're in that chaos is because now they're looking to the moon, and more people are paying attention to the moon, and more people are paying attention to the universe. What is the earth saying? And so to us, we would say, what's mom saying again? What's mother saying to us? And so how people are restoring that relationship with the animals. In this pandemic, I never seen so many pets come out. And it's like every home seems to have a pet now. And that's traditionally, because that's why they were the first counselors, and they know when you are feeling down. And that's so important. But you also must give them that time you cannot really keep them housebound. You need to share that outside, because they need their spirit renewed. So when you bring them in and keep them in all the time, they're going to become just like us. So you have to be, that's why they're up early in the morning. They know they're supposed to be up early in the morning. A lot of people like to sleep in. This is what they're telling us. You need to get up and appreciate that sun that's coming today. And so the animals in the natural world is starting to speak to us again, and we're starting to listen. And it's so nice to see the people having their pets. But, keeping them in the house, this is why you need to take them for walks. Well, they are taking you back to your natural environment. How to be well. Now we're hearing a lot of stories how science has proven being with nature is the best thing for us. And how we need to have more parks instead of cutting down a lot of trees. You know why? I'm so sad that they cut down so much trees. Those trees were there. They're wondering why they're having all these big winds tearing up their homes and everything. What have they done? They've taken down those barriers, those protectors. That's what they're for, was to protect the people. But no, they want to clear cut the land. And if you notice with Indigenous people, we like to leave those trees because they play a very important role in our life. And yes, we are having a piece of heaven because those trees are still here. It's so nice. And, we got talking about, yesterday I was talking with some youth and they had asked me, what do I feel about wearing a mask? And I said, we should be. Look at all that pollution. This is what the natural world is helping us. Because we have to be masked from the germs, it's almost like, get ready. There's that pollution out there. This is what's affecting your lungs. So I wear that mask because it's a statement. What is happening to our mother, the earth? What is happening to the land, the air, and the water? And so the water, the pollution that's in the air, it stings. I said, even when I go in a grocery store, I apologize. Because when I go down that one aisle, where all the laundry and all the soaps are, I have to go like this. And I've been doing this for eons. So now I feel a lot safer when I go in a grocery store because I am covered from all that chemicals. And what we have is, to me, I am being protected. I am the earth and everything is telling me to take care of myself. So when I wear that mask, and it was the virus. So we have to thank that virus for waking us up because, people walk around, there's smoke in the air. There's, you go and you smell a lot of chemicals, and that may be man-made chemicals, mostly man-made chemicals. And even the cigarettes, secondhand smoke. Look what's happening in our home. And our people knew that a long time ago. Our people knew that. And so we didn't have to wear masks a long time ago because everybody respected the land, the air, and the water. So this mask is, I would like to say, I told the young people yesterday, I said, I'm going to make a mask that says, I care. This is why I wear it. I care. I care about the environment. And this is my statement. Look what's happening, because they're telling me, look after yourself. Look what's happening. Because what? We even have to have a filter to drink our water, right? So why shouldn't we have a filter to take care of our lungs, our skin, our tissues, everything? So in a sense, people are starting to listen. And I was glad that they had asked that question. And it's times like this when a simple question like, why do we have to wear masks? And it brings another logic to it. So we explain things in a logic sense that the natural world is trying to take care of us again. But people look at it as taking away their freedom. Well, their freedom to live, I guess, because this is going to happen. You're going to have a lot of health problems. And so that's why I like to have different masks every time I go out. And it's like, as soon as I bring one mask in, I have to wash it. It's just like washing my face of all that soot that's out there, all that pollution. We have to wash our face. We have to wash our hair. And so what better way? You wash your mask so that it protects you. So those are just some of the things that why this is important, is to bring back logic to everyone and to share those things, because we are hungry. I mean, the people are hungry. This is it's amazing because people are wanting to understand, and that's been our prayers. We ask for that the people will have clarity so that they have understanding, so that they have truth. That's logic. Logic in your heart. Is this logic? And that's what we were told when we were young. I want you to take it back. That's your responsibility. Your choice. Is it logic? That's how it was. Your choice. Your choice. So I choose to listen. I choose to watch. I choose to smell and to hear what nature has to say. And I'm glad how we got off on it was we went for a walk, enjoyed the day, because the day is telling us all these things. So,
beautiful. That is so beautiful. Logic. I love it. When people ask why we do this, Sherry and I had a conversation this morning, why we do this, being able to spend time just to listen, that life really is about logic. It's just being present. And so, before we continue on and into what we were going to talk about today, which really we didn't really know what we were going to talk about today, but we're going to just go through it. I wanted to acknowledge Speak Up and Empowering Karen for this opportunity through StreamYard and through her platform and that organization who is building right alongside of us and supporting us as much as we can support each other, actually, and getting this information out. It's been really great, challenging sometimes because a lot of this is new for most of us, and bringing everything out there. So I'd like to acknowledge this space and that program that supports us. Check out her website. And then also I pulled up I call it the playlist of everyone that joined us over the last couple of weeks, because it's been amazing. And there, one of the announcements that Sherry was going to make, and I'm going to take it away from her right now, is that we've had some amazing supporters, members, our, community relatives. And when we say community relatives, those are our partners, from that kind of perspective, community partners, organizations that support the work that we do. And so they've asked us to continue our speaker series. And so they've supported us, financially, and then in other ways, which is so important at this time, because this work should be so easy and it should be so flowing where people are open to it. But that's not how life works. So we're not going to focus on that. But I would love to just take this moment to acknowledge, some of our guests that were right from the beginning, that have spoken and shared time over here with us, which has been Grandmother Renee and Gail Whitlow, Carmen Thomas, Gabby and Marshall from We Matter, Kevin Sandy. He had so many people in tears. Wendy Hill, amazing. She was here for 3 visits, and in all of these videos you can visit on our website, on our YouTube channel, which I'm actually going to pop right now up. Our YouTube channel, which is really exciting. We actually received our own URL, which I had no idea that was even anything, but it's actually important for the work that we're doing and being out in the community. Neil Montague, oh my gosh, he's so sweet. He's amazing. And those were the evenings. He was here actually healing through song and relationship, which was wonderful. And I think we should definitely bring him back for that. But he and Grandmother Renee began the Remember When, and you'll be able to see them again on March 17th. And then we had the amazing TRC, the Truth and Reconciliation Awareness Week, where we brought guest speakers in from our We Are Still Here program, which is a group of residential school survivors and thrivers and risers. And actually it was so nice. Hey, Sherry, we saw somebody in the West Coast using our Survivor series, Survivors and Thrivers. And, that's a compliment, that we're doing good work. And so that's wonderful. I don't want to leave anyone out. We had Doug Doolittle, who is actually going to be returning again at the end of the month, and also in April, Jane Burning her event. She's got another talk tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. She's just amazing. Sherry and I, and I'm sure Renee as well, have had some workshops with her and spend some time with her. And she's just an amazing support if you're looking to do some personal healing. Chef Joel White Duck, he'll be back. Actually, he was amazing as well. And yesterday we had George Linden, Nawaka Gishi McGuinn, and he was so great. He'll be back again tomorrow, sharing his story of Linden. And then next week actually Friday is the another day with Mike Dockstader, Dr. Mike Dockstader, and that's the Good Message. So that will be Friday at noon. And then next week we have Tala Tatusis, who is just, I love her. She's just awesome. I received my skirt that she made. It's amazing. It's when I touch it, I just feel the beauty in it and energy. Isaac Murdoch will be next Thursday. And then we have some special guests coming the following week. And then we're adding more, but the following week is, Sherry, help me. What's his name again? I can't believe I'm doing this. Sorry if you're watching. Why am I having a brain freeze? But I know that Duke Redbird's coming, but the comedian.
Oh, Drew Hayden Taylor.
Yes, Drew Hayden. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. He's so funny. I've been talking to him. So, but anyway, there's just like such amazing people coming in, and I mean, and doing this, Renee, when I first met you and I was telling you of these dreams that I had and this purpose that I felt that, and then you confirmed it all by just saying that this is what we need to do as a people, as one, is that we need to support each other. And every day when we turn this on and we do this work, and it's not even work, it's a responsibility, it's our instructions, it's all of those wonderful, it's logic is really, right? If you have some knowledge to share with your neighbor that will support them, you go over and you do that. That's what this is about. And so I'm just really honored that to even be a part of this. And you're right, this is not one person. This is many that have come together to make sure that this happens. And so, Sherry, I'll pass it over to you because there's some really amazing opportunities and messages to share with our community.
Mm-hmm. No, and we couldn't do this without Renee and Gail. Because there's a bigger picture of doing the work that we're doing as well, and just being supportive of our elders and our knowledge holders and giving space and place. We need to learn from them and create space. And that's what we're doing. And it's just amazing, all the comments that we've got and people calling and saying, when is your next opening? Because I want to be part of the speaker series. And so that's what's so thrilling is they ask and it happens. And that's the beautiful thing about spirit and our ancestors working together. And just so thrilling. To have this opportunity and you start talking about it and amazing things start happening. And that's what we were when our funder came forward and said, like, this is so important. We want more. And how can we support you? And we want the speaker series to continue. So it's happening and it's just going to be lovely. And we know that it's not going to be difficult whatsoever to schedule anybody in there. So again, if anybody's listening and they also want to be part of the speaker series, this space is for you as well. Everybody has a story. Everybody has ancestors that walk with them, and for such a long time, Indigenous folk never had this opportunity to get together and to have these conversations. And to be open about the conversations that we're having. And so, even though some of them are very, very traumatic, we're making sure that, it's creating that space virtually as well, that when it is hard on your heart, that people are lighting medicine for our guests in their own home. And so that is also part of taking care of our community, right? Making sure that everybody's there, because if we were gathering in community in person, those medicines would already be there, and people would be standing behind that person with the hand on the shoulder while they're going through these times. But we've had to adapt, and and that's what Grandma Renee said, is we've had to adapt, and we've had to, but we needed to bring people together in a virtual community, and so that's what we're doing. We've had universities and colleges tap us on the shoulder. Some students from Saskatchewan have joined us from a university. We've got people in BC that have constantly messaged us and has said, like, this is absolutely fantastic. And and of course, the Survivors and Thrivers series that they're doing out west, and it is a wonderful compliment, and so it's beautiful. But there's other people as well that still need to hear the message, and those are the people. The people up north, the people that are in quarantine, that don't maybe have proper internet. There's a way that we can get those videos up to our community members up there as well, because they also need to have the same opportunities as we're having down here in the south. And so I know you will be tapping on certain people up north to come and sit in our speakers series chair. So that'll be wonderful. It's lots of exciting things that are happening, and even in our community. I was listening today where we're doing Indigenous education in Ontario, and somebody had said in every community there is an Indigenous center that you can go and tap them on the shoulder for assistance. And I went, everywhere but Halton. And Halton doesn't have that space. Halton doesn't have an Indigenous center that people can go to and ask questions. They normally have to go to the neighboring communities. So that's something that is really needed in our community of Halton. We know that there is so many Indigenous folk that live here, and but they need space, and they need a safe space to come to and to be in community with. So we're really excited about some of the things that we're working on with the grandmothers and with our community, and just to do different things in Halton. And people are coming and asking us. We're not going and asking them. They're asking us to create space and place for our community members, which is just, fills us up with so much love. And for me, anyhow, just going out to our spaces and having those conversations and dreaming, right? And talking about dreams. And, you said that earlier, Renee, we have our dreams in our hearts and our minds, and how do we make that go forward? But our dreams also inform where we're going and who we are, and how things can be in our dream world too. So I'm looking forward to that one.
Oh yeah, we definitely have to plan that one. Pick that date, Renee. Let's do it. Probably in a moon.
Yeah.
Right? Changing of the moon. Amazing.
Well, new moon would be perfect because awareness, it's like taking in, new moon. Or their first quarter.
Next weekend. Yeah.
The first quarter.
That's just how it goes. And we're so excited to have all these different speakers coming forward. So, I was just talking about that and how the internet just kind of interrupted when we were doing.
Oh yeah, that's okay. Well, it's time to go anyway. But Sherry, did you end up getting in touch with Moses? Are we going to do some paint nights or paint time with Moses?
Yes. So we have 3 paint nights coming, maybe 4. But right now, Moses Ludnam is going to come and do a paint night with us April 13th in the evening. And it'll probably be from maybe 7 until 9. We'll get back to you on the time. Another one is May 5th. And May 5th is the Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women and Girls Awareness Day. So we're going to do something around that, do a little bit of learning, have some ceremony around the missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls, and then create something for us, for ourselves. And then June 9th, we will have another evening with Moses. We're also trying to get Moses pinned down for June 21st. And hopefully that'll be a day that we can come together in celebration like we did last year. And Moses painted that picture behind Jody with the three hands during our National Indigenous Peoples Day event last year. So we're working on that as well. And so we'll keep you posted with all these exciting opportunities that are coming forward to us. And under Grandmother's Voice, Halton Catholic District School Board, Halton Learning Lodge, like whoever, right? Grandmothers. Yes, so we're really thrilled.
Come along. It's a fun ride. It's a fun adventure. Anyway, I think that's it. I don't know. Did you guys have anything? I know, no, I think, I don't know. Do you want to say anything, Renee? You want to send us off with something? I have a meeting starting now.
Oh, well, there's always so much to say. It's like being isolated, being with, it's just like, I think of this time as, look at the monks, look at the Tibetans, how they, and those people, even in the Bible, it talks about how the people would go up into the mountains and fast and go without. And it's like, and a lot of, this is an opportunity. It just seems like with no interference from the outside, you're now slowed down. And this is what I was told. We've been moving so fast, just like this, even that's the way our minds are. This is why we're having a lot of health problems, is because we're not listening to our spirit. And so when we are told to walk slower, and then because everything is talking to us, everything is giving us information, solutions to be prepared to know these things. And so the baby, the toddlers, and the elders, they are the ones that are very connected. So this is why we need to spend time with them, because they have a lot of information that people are not listening or haven't had time to, because they're so busy. And that's a choice that we make, is that we have a clock. And I'm glad, I had seen this new gadget. My sister had one. It tells of your heart pressure and everything, and when to get up and when to do. Oh, maybe I need that because I'm always busy, and maybe it tells me to time out. So my son got me one for Christmas. Lo and behold, it doesn't work. I got too much energy, and it kills it. So I says, well, I guess I'm going to have to give this away. And that's so true, because traditionally we're not supposed to wear watches, because it upsets that pulse, that heartbeat in us. And where's the watch? It's right here. And it makes our heart just go like this. And so when our heart's going like that, then our mind's going like this. And so just be careful of that watch. So I came to that logic, and it's you have to smile at people, because it's just like they're walking around stumbling, and there's an answer every time you touch something. You touch a tree, you touch a fruit, you touch life, and it just seems like, whoa, they're talking, and it just like, it's, well, to us, it's energy is being passed through, but that is like messages coming in. And so even touching the ground. And so this is why it's so important to, what you're doing now is preparing yourself, going without in this time. Yes, it seems hard on you. Well, it's hard to stop. It's hard to stop, because you have been going so fast all this time. It's just like everybody's like dominoes. When one falls over, you're all going to fall over. And and so this is what we have to consider, is we have to slow down. So that's why patience was given to us at the time of creation. The left and the right, the duality of life, patience. And that's what plays a very important role. And I had to learn patience this last few days. I had to learn patience, just like you. Every one of us has to learn patience. So what do you do when you don't have patience? You go, you just keep blowing it out of you. Just let it, so that then you get back that laughter and it changes you. And so that you have that time again. And you have a choice. You have a choice. Do you want to stay impatient? Not me. Because there's other things I can do while I'm waiting. So this is always important. There's always something. If it doesn't come right then, well, do something else. Pick something else up. And that's why they say, if you're looking for something, you're not going to find it. But look for something else, and you're going to find what you're originally supposed to be looking for. That's how it works. Because in your mind, you're saying, "Oh, where's that pen?" Then you get looking for something else, and go, "Oh, here it is," because you already programmed it in your mind what you're going to look for first. But then it tells you, "Oh, you maybe can look for something else too," and that's how it works. So, just a little lesson on.
I love that. I love that. You know why I love it? I just have to put this because this is what I thought of. So, you know my history, right? And I'm an entrepreneur. My husband and I have been self-employed. We've been working by ourselves, for ourselves for many years. So when I started to really, pay attention to the logic, okay, and really live in that way where, I have to get this done and do that, and these bills have to be paid and blah, blah, blah. And then I said to my husband, I really have to follow how I'm being guided. I really have to live this way. And I can't pretend that I'm going to live this way. I have to. Okay, I'm not organized at all whatsoever. And I'm not saying that this is an excuse, but that's pretty much how I have to live now. Is that okay? This is how things happen that evolve so beautifully. And that's what I was saying to Sherry today. We were talking about grandmother's voice and how it's just become where it is right now today is because what they call that in the business world, I guess you could say, or whatever in mainstream world, is ad hoc, where you're just living and going and being ready to do what's next. And that's what we have to do, is not be so attached, right? Open to everything, closed to nothing, right? So, you know what? I love you. I love you so much. And I'm so grateful, both of you, for this time and this space and that we got to jump on and say hi. And we'll see everyone tomorrow with our talk at 10 and then with Jane Burning we have a busy next 2 days. So Jane Burning at 6, and then we'll see you again with Dr. Mike on Friday at noon.
Yes, I'm looking forward.
That's so exciting. I'm looking forward to that one as well. Have a great day, ladies. Enjoy the sun.
Take care.
Have a nice day. Bye.